Hello again, my name is David Watts, and I have with me today Ilya Krutov.
Hi.
We are from Lenovo Press, and today we're going to be talking about the new Lenovo System X3250 M6. This is our new rack mount single socket server. Ilya just produced the product guide for it. So Ilya, tell us about the system. Who's it aimed at?
This is a universal system that is for businesses of various sizes, remote branches, remote offices, distributed locations such as retail stores, and other workloads, right, like webscale workloads.
Yep.
Yes.
Now it's a single socket server. Variety of Intel processors supported.
Yes. This system is one socket server that supports a lot of a wide choice of Intel processors, and it includes Intel Xeon processor E3-1200 V5 product family, as well as Pentium Core i3 and Celeron processors.
So a lot of choices for customers
Yes.
available there. Very good.
And it's very affordable.
Yep. So let's go through the components.
Before we go to the components, so just a couple of other things. So first of all, one of the key things about this system is that unlike many other offerings in this class, one U, one socket, this server has clear advantages. First of all, it is built based on SystemX Trusted Platform Assurance technology, which allows Lenovo to build secure systems and provide solid security foundation for customer applications. Another thing is that this server has built-in integrated management module version 2.1, which is typically found in higher-end systems like its big brothers 3550, 3650 M5, and its IMM 2.1 features enterprise class manageability features. Also, in addition to non-hot swap drives, the server supports hot swap drives and basic or advanced RAID protection, as well as option to support hot swap power supplies. So it has security, reliability, and manageability features that are not typically found in this class of server.
Excellent. All right, so let's look at the front of the server. You mentioned that the server supports hot swap drives. What we have here are for simple swap. The blue handles indicate that these are the simple swap drive. Let me pull one of those out. These are the 3.5-inch drives. Also available are the 2.5-inch drives as well. So this is simple swap,
hot swap and simple swap.
Yep. So the 3250 M6 supports 4 3.5-inch drives, either simple swap or hot swap.
Right.
And it also supports 2.5-inch drives, 4 or 8 of them.
Right.
Again, simple swap or hot swap.
Right.
So
that is correct.
Quite a variety of different drive configurations, depending on what you need.
Yes, and basically these 3.5-inch drives give you up to 24 terabytes of internal storage in this 1U system.
Yeah. Okay. So also on the front, on this side, power button and LED reset buttons in there. 2 USB 3 ports at the front. The server supports an optional CD-ROM or multi-burner.
Optical drive,
yeah,
right.
Optical drive, yeah. And then there's a pull-out for any customer label you want to put on there. The 2 components on the front, these are just the rack latches. The server also supports a lockable panel at the front if you choose to secure the drives in front with a key. Okay, so that's the front. Should we spin around and have a look at the back?
Absolutely.
Take us through the components here, would you?
Yeah. So what do we have here? So this is a PCIe 3.0 X4 slot, which is physically X8, but electrically X4. And this is another second PCIe slot, which is a PCIe 3.0 X8 for various adapters. So also here we have two integrated gigabit network interface controllers. One of those is shared between the operating system and the systems management, IMM, but if needed, it can be configured as a dedicated management port, and we will show the jumper to do that later.
And because this server, as you mentioned before, has the IMM 2.1 standard, they can use the remote access to do remote control. In fact, there's also supports the upgrade to the remote KVM, remote media support as well.
Absolutely. And also we have DB15 video port, VGA port on the back, two USB 3.0 ports, and also the server. This particular server has one fixed power supply, and there are also hot swap power supplies. Up to 2 hot swap power supplies are available. Just to mention that power supplies are 80+ gold certified, and in addition to that, hot swap power supplies are Energy Star 2.0 certified.
Yeah, so some enterprise class features in
and energy efficiency features.
Yep. Yeah, very
absolutely.
Good. All right, so let's have a look at the system board and the internal components. Single processor supports 8 memory DIMMs.
4.
Sorry, I can't count. That would be 4 memory DIMMs, wouldn't it? Yes. Memory capacities?
The maximum memory is up to 64 gigabytes. So 4 DIMMs of 16 gigabytes each, and yes, that's actually important to say that this server supports UDIMMs, but these UDIMMs are ECC, which means they offer better reliability than found in typical PC class servers.
Let's remove the one new riser.
Yes, let's do it.
Better access to the system board. You can see the riser card has two connectors, as Ilya mentioned. This is a slot that's dedicated to the RAID card.
Yes.
We'll talk about the RAID subsystem in a moment. And there's also a regular PCIe slot of full height, half length.
Right.
Yeah, and this has a QLogic 8 gig fiber channel card installed currently, but it supports a wide variety of PCIe cards. Okay. The four fans to cool the system. The connectors here, what are those, Ilya?
Yes. So let's start here from the storage subsystem. So this one is a connector for integrated surf rate C110 controller. So this is a PCH-based RSTE controller that provides supports up to 4 simple swap drives in the system, either 3.5 inch or 2.5 inch. It's so-called software RAID. If hardware RAID controller is needed, there are two options. One is the new controller, which is a M1210 controller, is the controller that is installed into dedicated slot 1 and provides support for up to 4 either simple swap or hot swap 2.5 inch or 3.5 inch drives. If more than 4 drives are needed,
so if you have the 8 by 2.5 inch configuration,
correct, yes, then you can use M5210 controller, which provides support to up to 4 drives. Or as an alternative, you can use M2215 non-RAID HBA.
So the M1210 is installed in this slot here.
Right.
It's a dedicated. It's a custom card that fits in this smaller slot.
Right. Yes. And basically, this slot is only for this adapter. Right.
Yep. But if you're using the other RAID card choices, then they go into
the slot number 2.
Yeah.
That is right.
Okay.
Yes. Also, there are other connectors like internal port for USB hypervisor, connector for optical drives, and some signal cable for system LEDs. And also there is a connector that helps you to select whether to use jumper, to use dedicated or shared management port.
Right, so the port on the back by default, the Ethernet port on the back, its default action is shared between the IMM service processor and the operating system.
Right.
But if you choose to, you can disable that function through the jumper. Right?
Yes, right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, very good. You mentioned the USB connector here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Other ports that are worth mentioning?
Yeah, I think another thing is that this system supports optional serial port if needed, and this is a connector, and it goes, by the way, in place of slot number 1.
Yes. So you connect the serial connector there on the system board, and then there's an additional connector that's attached to this part of the riser.
And another thing is that this server also supports thermal sensor that helps lower noise level for noise-sensitive environments, like, for example, retail stores.
So for that option, it installs an additional sensor, thermal sensor at the front of the server, connects to the connector just here on the system board to improve thermal reading of the system. Yeah.
Right. Yes, another thing is to mention that this place here is for mounting the supercapacitor for M5210 or 5225 controller that goes into slot number 2. And basically...
Okay. Very good. Well, let's spin it back around the front and a quick recap. So this is the System X3250 M6, our new rack mount single socket server. Hope you found the video useful. Ilya, thanks very much for that.
Thank you.
So for more information, Ilya wrote an excellent product guide. The link to the document is in the description of the video. Check that out. Hope you found the video useful, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.